Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Menken back here with Splash Sports. Today is June 13, 2024. A little recap on yesterday's performance. We ended that losing streak, and we got ourselves a winning day going 2-1. We missed out on the White Sox YRFI. They ended up a NRFI. Over on X, we went 2-0 in our MLB plays, but we dropped our Game 3 NBA Finals. We had the Dallas Mavericks in that one. Luka absolutely killed us. Boston up 3-0 here in the playoffs. In the finals, no team in the NBA history has come back from 3-0. So a little early congratulations to the Boston Celtics there on a tremendous season. Looks like they're going to get that trophy there. But hey, let's continue to stay hot on this show. 2-1 yesterday, looking for that clean 3-0 sweep. Let's roll right into this, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, on this show, all we care about is the first 6 outs of the ball game, plain and simple. In NRFI means no runs first inning, while a YRFI means yes runs first inning. But before I get into those plays, be sure to smash that like button for me and subscribe to my YouTube channel and toggle on that notification button. That way, every time I drop another video, you guys will be notified. All right, let's take a look at Thursday's game. Starting off with game number 1, we got the Chicago Cubs taking on the Tampa Bay Rays here. For the Chicago Cubs, Justin Steele will be on the mound. He's 0-3 this season with 44.1 innings of work. He does have an ERA sitting at a 3.65 here with 43 strikeouts, just averaging under a strikeout here per inning and 18 earned runs on the season. He'll be matched up here against the Tampa Bay Rays Bradley, who is 1-4 currently this season with 31.1 innings of work. Does have a higher end of an ERA, sitting at a 5.17 here. 39 strikeouts. He's averaging a strikeout per inning in 18 earned runs. You look at what Bradley did his last 2 outings, recorded in 2 losses, but his most recent loss came against the Baltimore Orioles, where he went 5 innings of work, 3 hits, and only 1 earned run. He did not look bad whatsoever in his last outing. Even though he got the loss against the Baltimore Orioles, he did not have any run production whatsoever. The Baltimore Orioles won that game 5-0. Bradley pitched great. He gave up 1 run in the 4th inning. That was it, and he got the loss. Then you look at Justin Steele. He's coming off a loss against the Cincinnati Reds, going 7 innings of work, 5 hits, and 3 earned runs, but he was scoreless through 3 innings. The Cubs won yesterday in this series 4-3. Justin Steele, I'm waiting for Justin Steele to have a breakout game. It's coming. Bradley, I think he's going to continue to carry that momentum here after that Baltimore game back at home against these banged up Chicago Cubs team. That's why in game number 1 between the Chicago Cubs and the Tampa Bay Rays, we're smacking that NRFI. No runs first inning. So on to game number 2 between the Washington Nationals and the Detroit Tigers. Here for the Washington Nationals, Patrick Corbin will be on the mound. He's 1-7 this season with 71.2 innings of work with an ERA sitting at a 6.15 here. 44 strikeouts in 49 earned runs. He's got more earned runs than he does strikeouts for Patrick Corbin. Clearly not good whatsoever. Detroit Tigers will be throwing out Casey Mize, 1-4 this season with 59 innings of work. An ERA high as well with a 4.73, 39 strikeouts, and 31 earned runs. Both of these guys haven't been producing like they can and they're capable of, especially Casey Mize, a first-round draft pick, first overall. Patrick Corbin, he already has a World Series, looked phenomenal when he had that World Series run, but now ever since it's been absolutely downhill for the Southpaw. You look at Mize, he dropped his last game to the Brewers, going 5.1 innings of work, 8 hits, and 3 earned runs. Casey hasn't went past the 6th inning either this whole season. That's something definitely to take a close look on, and especially when he's going up against these Nationals team. This top of the lineup could hit. Patrick Corbin has lost 3 games in a row as well. His last game was against that New York Mets team, going 5.1 innings of work, 7 hits, and 6 earned runs. Both of these guys are clearly struggling on the mound, and I think even though that Patrick Corbin is a lefty and this Detroit Tigers lineup does not necessarily hit lefties as well as righties, I still think they get to Patrick Corbin here in the bottom of the 1st inning. That's why in game number 2 between the Washington Nationals and the Detroit Tigers, we're smacking the YRFI, yes runs, 1st inning. So we're on to our 3rd and final game between the Chicago White Sox and the Seattle Mariners here. For the Chicago White Sox, Garrett Crochet will be on the mound. He's 6-5 currently this season with 75.2 innings of work. He does have an ERA sitting at a 3.33 here. Lucky threes. And he has 103 strikeouts so far this season. That's tremendous on 75.2 innings of work and only 28 earned runs. Crochet is having himself a year for the Chicago White Sox team. He'll be matched up in the Seattle Mariners. Luis Castillo here He's 5-7, 83.1 innings of work. He does have an ERA sitting at a 3.35 here, 85 strikeouts, averaging a strikeout here per inning, and 31 earned runs for Luis. Luis is coming off a loss to the Kansas City Royals in his last one, 5 innings of work, 6 hits, and 5 earned runs. I'm expecting Luis to have a bounce-back game, especially pitching back here at home, where his last performance at home was against the Angels, where he went 7 innings of work, 2 hits, and no earned runs in that one. He pitches a lot better back at home. I like Luis on the mound for the Seattle Mariners, and Crochet's been doing what Crochet has been doing this year. He's putting batters away, 103 batters he has put away. I think he continues that momentum here in Seattle, where he's got the Mariners tonight. That's why in game number 3 between the Chicago White Sox and the Seattle Mariners, we're smacking the NRFI. No runs first inning. Let's take a recap of the games I've selected for you today. Game number 1 between the Chicago Cubs and the Tampa Bay Rays, we're smacking the NRFI. No runs first inning. Game number 2 between the Washington Nationals and the Detroit Tigers, we're hitting the YRFI. Yes, runs first inning. And our third and final game between the Chicago White Sox and the Seattle Mariners, we're smacking the NRFI. No runs first inning. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Nick Menken with Splash Sports. If you have not done so, smack that like button for me. It helps me out a ton, and it costs you guys none. And make sure to go follow me on X over at Nick Menken to get every single one of my MLB plays. We are hot right now. We are 7-2 this week in MLB plays. We lost our NBA play yesterday, but we will bounce back in game 4. We got NHL later tonight, so go on X at Nick Menken, go follow me, get every single one of my plays. Best of luck and best bets.